Hey guys, it's Lindsay and I'm so excited to share with you guys today our homeschool update for week 22. I gave you guys my last update on week 15, which is so long ago. There was Christmas and Hanukkah and New Year's, and time has flown by so fast. And between those times, I have gotten sick 2 times already. So you haven't seen my face in a long time because I've been sick. So you guys have seen a lot of my hands. So I'm excited to actually talk to you guys today. And hopefully you guys are doing well. Hopefully you guys have not gotten sick. So I hope everyone had an awesome holiday. And I want to share with you guys now like some of the things that we did for our homeschool and some of the new things that we're going to be doing for the new year. So I'm so excited to share it with you guys because I feel like it's been so long since I've talked to you guys. Like I haven't caught up with my friends yet. So I'm going to get right into it and start with the math curriculum that we're going to be using for first grade. I finally found it. I have been looking for the perfect math curriculum to use for my daughter. I had Themeville and I looked through it and I did a review on it and I shared it with you guys to show you a flip through, but I wasn't sure if it was something that would fit my daughter's style or my style of teaching. It's very important that I find something that like I'm really excited about. But I was trying to find the perfect math curriculum and we were using Bob Jones University, which is this curriculum for K-5, and she worked all the way through every worksheet, which was great. We went through it in the summertime and then she finished it up in the wintertime, which was awesome. And now, since it's the new year, we're able to start with grade 1. And the thing is I had an issue with trying to figure out what was the perfect math book. And so we never did first grade yet. We were still doing K-5. And she was still 5 years old at that time, and now she's 6. So I think it worked out great. She just turned 6. Now we're going to do first grade math. And we completed the whole entire curriculum math book, which was really good because I usually go back and forth with things and I never complete an actual full entire curriculum. So I was kind of proud of myself. I finally decided that Bob Jones University math book was the way to go for our family. My daughter already liked it. She did the K-5. I liked the way that it was teaching her math. I figured why not go with my gut instinct. That is what we're gonna do. I'm excited. I got this in the mail not too long ago and she has already like ripped some pages out and she finished chapter 1, which was like a review with kindergarten. So she's kind of been reviewing kindergarten a lot. So I'm excited to get into the second chapter. She has liked it so far and every morning she wants to do it. So she does about 2 pages a day, which is 4 pages, but there's not like too many questions on each page, which I'll show you guys so you can kind of see. It's not that overwhelming. Like this is like lesson 45, so this is kind of like, it gives stories as well in the teacher's edition, which is really fun. And so it's not that overwhelming. She really enjoys it, and so far so good. I will do a flip through video for you guys on this if you're interested, because I went on YouTube and I have not seen lots of flip throughs on level 1. I have to say, honestly, the cover is a little creepy because I know some people don't like clowns, but don't let that scare you away. His name is Digit, and he has a pet seal named Cecilia, and they do like stories throughout the book. So you read, every chapter has a new story about him and his pet Cecilia, and it basically pertains to what they're talking about, all the new concepts in the book. So I thought that was pretty clever. I didn't know that they did that. So I got the teacher's edition, and that's why I know they have stories. With the K-5, I didn't get the teacher's edition because I felt like you really don't need it for kindergarten. And I really don't need it for first grade, which I just realized. But you know what? It gives you more resources. It gives you more ways to teach things if your kid doesn't understand a certain concept. And it gives you like extra activities and things to do. So if you're like a new homeschool mom, I would suggest to get the teacher's edition. If you feel like you don't have an issue teaching math and it's really easy for you, then I would not get the teacher's edition. So, but the only cool thing about it is that they have those stories in it for them, so you can read it together before you start the new chapter, which I think is really fun. It's very like Charlotte Mason to me, I think. So I will do a flip through for you guys. Let me know in the comments below if you would like to see a flip through of this book. I also want to talk about our language arts. We have gone through about 33 lessons already, and I'm not sure if that is fast or slow. I think it's pretty slow. I go at my child's pace. I don't want to force her and make her do pages if she's not into it that day. So I try to do it at least 4 times out of the week. We try to do this, and it's working really well. She knows that it's time for her and I to kind of snuggle on the couch, and we do our one-on-one lessons together while my son plays by himself a little bit. And so it's been working out well. I did a video on this sharing with you guys my honest opinion about it, the pros and the cons, how we use it and how we do the sight words, how we do the spelling words and the readers and the lessons without it being overwhelming, because it is, it's not an overwhelming curriculum. If you follow the way they have you do it, it seems like a lot, but I don't follow the rules ever. So I share with you guys in a video on how I use it and how I don't spend so much time on it. If you want to see that, I will link that like up above for you guys. We were on week 16, I think, when I did the last update. No, week 10, and we were on lesson 16, and now we're on lesson 33. We have been learning phonograms, the subject of a sentence. We are learning about verbs. We did a lot of art study. We talked about Beatrix Potter, which was really fun. She wrote her own story, which was really neat. She dictated it to me. We did a lot of oral narration, poetry. If you're looking for a curriculum that has everything all in one, it has been pretty amazing to me. The one thing I can say that I like about it a lot is that it's just very different. Every day you do something totally different, and they have a specific concept that they want to drill, you know, and you do it for a few days, but then the next lesson, it's like totally different. There'll be poetry, one lesson will be a picture study, and then they'll bring up the verbs, and then they'll ask you to describe the picture and then talk about the verbs with the kids. I feel like it's just great for me and the way I like to teach, and it's all open and go. So I don't have to look at this the day before and study anything, because they have it all in here for you. It has its challenges where it's a little hard for her. Maybe she doesn't understand something and she gets a little frustrated. So on those days, I just make the lessons really short, and then we'll move on to it the next day. So I try not to make it super hard for her, where if she's not understanding something, I don't want to pound it in her head until she understands. We kind of just let it go, and we take a break, and we might just work on a lesson for maybe 5 minutes one day. And then the other day, if she's progressing and she's liking it a lot, we'll do a couple lessons. So it all depends on her mood, what she's understanding, if she likes it, and, you know, if I have a good attitude. It all depends on our day. So there's some days that we do a lot of lessons, and there's some days that we do, like I said, 5 or 10 minutes, and then we're done. And she's been reading the reader, and we're almost done, so we've been reading it slowly. I've been having her read the Owl Diaries. She read the first book, and so we're gonna like borrow the other Owl Diaries from our library. We have been reading a few books on our own, and then we've been reading the reader. As far as the sight words go, she's still having fun reading those. Those have been pretty good. She is being challenged still. There's a few words that we just dot that we are working on, and then she practices them, and then she'll master it, and then she gets to color in the little animal. And as far as the spelling goes, we're still keeping it super simple. We do about 2 to 3 words a week, and we keep it at that. We're trying to finish the whole chart for like the first chart, and so she is like telling me which ones she wants to learn so she could finish the chart and master it. So we've done like, I think this week we did 5 instead of 3, but I don't really go too crazy on the spelling because I use Explode the Code, which I shared in that video. She has been doing really good in the Explode the Code, and she has been learning how to spell a lot of words there. This is the little update on our language arts, which we are enjoying. And then as far as my son in preschool, I think he is ready for the Good and the Beautiful preschool workbook. He has been enjoying several workbooks lately, and I started with Get Ready for the Code, and so this is a new little curriculum that he is using for preschool, and I didn't want to purchase these things until I felt like he was ready, and these are amazing. You get, there's A, B, and C for preschoolers. My daughter did this, and she is now on level 2, so she's used 5 Explode the Codes, and I can't say enough about it, and I am actually surprised I have not done a review or any video talking about it specifically. So I was requested to do one of these, and maybe I'll do a flip through on this, but my son has been liking this. I got it not too long ago, so he has worked on it probably about a whole week, I would say. And some days we do 3 or 4 pages, and then other days we do 6 or 7 pages, depending upon his mood. And I think it's cool because my daughter has Explode the Code too, and he's doing the A, so she's encouraging him to do it, and he's thinking he's super cool because he's doing the same thing as his sister. And I want to tell you guys, this is like a really good curriculum or handwriting workbook, and it really helps master phonics. So they start off with the letter F, and there's teacher instructions here asking about specific things, and then they have to figure out what I'm describing, and then they circle it and color it in. They also have to identify some of the letters, and then they circle the pictures that match up with the letters, and then they get to practice tracing and using their fine motor skills with the letters that they're learning for the week. And it's just very simple stuff, so it's not overwhelming for my son. And then over here is good too because they have pictures, and you have to write the letter F on your own for the words that start with the letter F, and there's some that don't start with the letter F, and then they practice writing it again. And then they also have this one here. They kind of go over things over and over again and use the same pictures so they could identify the F sound. And then here they color or mark the one that's different. So I really like it. They also have one where you have to stay in between the lines. So I will do a flip through on this if you're interested, but my daughter really enjoyed this, and she loved doing these. She wants to do them again. She's so funny. But she is halfway through the second one, and she will probably be done with it pretty soon, and she's going to go to level 3. I wanted to get this for him because I feel like he's ready, and like I said, with language arts for him, I might do the Good and the Beautiful preschool with him because he's getting to the point of where he's understanding phonics a little more than he was at the beginning of the year. He was like a new 4-year-old, so I didn't want to push it. And also, these are like the new things that we've been having in our homeschool year, which I share with you guys. This is the Draw Then Write, which is for first graders to third graders, and is a step-by-step drawing book that Evan Moore graciously sent to me for my review. And then they get to practice their spelling words. They get to practice completing sentences, or they can make a story or a paragraph. So this is a fun one. I did a complete review on it, so I could link that video up above for you guys to see the whole thing. It's just a very fun book to have for the summertime when your kids are not doing a full-blown curriculum and you want them to be just keeping up their writing or handwriting practice. And then it's fun because then they get to draw as well. We're also implementing this daily math practice, which is a Monday through Friday little workbook from Evan Moore, and she does 5 problems a day. And I like it because this was a good book. We transitioned from using the K5 BJU. I was trying to get that curriculum for her, so I didn't know what math I wanted to do, so we were using this. And so she likes it. She pulls it out every morning, and she does one little day of it, which is only 5 problems. And I did a whole entire flip through of this as well. So if you want to see it, I will link it up above for you guys. I wanted to give you guys an update on our rotation subjects, which are science, history, and geography. During the Christmas and Hanukkah season, we kind of put it to the back burner. We usually listen to the story of the world when we do our co-ops and we go to the library, but during the holiday seasons, the libraries were not having the classes and our co-op took a winter break, so we did not do that as much as I thought we were going to. Took a little break from that, which was nice, and we did not do geography once a week like we usually do, so we put that to the back burner and kind of focused more on the holidays and spending time with the family. So now, since the new year has begun, we started doing our geography book again. We're still learning about maps and keys and everything, and my daughter and my son do it together, which is really fun to see them work as a team. My daughter is a new reader, so she's reading the instructions and they're kind of following the instructions together, and he follows along with her. So I make copies of the sheet in the workbook, and I'll probably be holding on to that workbook for a while because it goes all the way up to 6th grade. So we'll take a break with that after we finish the sections with maps and keys, and then we'll start using Evan Moore. I wanted to follow up with you guys and share how our unit study progress is going. We have not started our new unit study yet. My kids and I discussed if we wanted to do the human body unit study or if they wanted to talk about Earth and volcanoes and caves and rocks and geology, so they decided to do Earth study, so we are going to be doing that. I've been slowly preparing things a little bit during our winter break, but I didn't want to do too much planning during our winter break because I wanted to enjoy our break. So we will be doing our unit study probably within another week or so, and I will be giving you guys a video on that, sharing with you guys our home library books, some books that we have gotten from our local library, and I've compiled several books that we'll be using for the first month, and then I'll probably do another update part 2 and share with you guys what we'll be doing for the next month. This unit study won't be as long as our astronomy unit study because I want to make it a little shorter and then go and do our human unit study probably sometime in the spring and summer. So I will share that video with you guys soon, kind of show you guys how I'm planning it out this time, maybe do some things a little differently from what we did in our last unit study because there's some things that I wasn't able to follow through with. We didn't do as many crafts and we didn't do as many field trips. So I will share with you guys all the details on that soon. Thank you guys so much for watching Mama Shmoo's Homeschool Reviews. If you guys are new to my channel and you want to see more homeschool updates or curriculum reviews or book hauls, I would love for you guys to subscribe. I will see you guys in my next video.